Hi friends, this is Pastor Lucas Pin, and this is our snack for the journey, and we are in our journey in the book of Daniel. Book of Daniel, a beautiful book with a lot of stories, great stories. And today and tomorrow we're going to see one of those beautiful stories, maybe one of the most beautiful stories in the whole book. And it's the story of the fiery furnace. It's a very interesting story because Nebuchadnezzar built a huge statue, and he made a law that everybody, when they hear the music and all the instruments, the orchestra playing, everybody should kneel and worship that statue. And so they did. They built the whole thing, and they gathered everybody there, and they played the music. When they heard the music, everybody bowed down, but Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, those three friends of Daniel, and they did not. And the people say, hey, those Jews, they're not doing that. And so they told the king and said, hey, look, those three guys that you brought from Jerusalem, from Israel, they did not bow down to when they play. And they call him and call them, and they said, we're going to play just for you one more time, and you're going to do that. And if you don't do it, you're going to be in trouble. And if you don't bow down, we're going to throw you in a fiery furnace, and we're going to burn you. And this, the verse that I'd like to share with you, those two verses, is the answer that they gave to Nebuchadnezzar. They're talking to Nebuchadnezzar. So verse 17, chapter 3, verse 17 and 18, a beautiful story. The whole chapter, if you can read that, is a beautiful story. Look what they answer. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve is able to save us from it, and he will rescue us from your hand, O king. But even if he does not, we want you to know, O king, that we will not serve your gods or worship the image of gold you have set up. That is great, isn't it? Man, those guys are bold. It's amazing what they are talking to the king. Remember that we said yesterday that Nebuchadnezzar was not just king of a small country. He was king of the Babylon. They were conquering everybody, and they were destroying everybody. And he said, look, if you throw us, our God can save us. Yes, he can save us if he wants. But if he doesn't save us, it doesn't matter. We're not going to do it. We're not going to bow down, and we're not going to serve your gods or worship the image of gold you set up. We're not going to do it, even if God does not save us. And this is sometimes because sometimes they have the attitude, the opposite that we have sometimes, because sometimes we have some kind of brave attitude because we're counting that God will fix the problem and do something in the last minute or throughout the process, and God will act. So we go because we're waiting and hoping that God will fix that, because if we knew that God would not do it, maybe we would not take that position. But these guys here saying to Nebuchadnezzar, look, if God wants to save us, that would be great, because he can do that. But if he decided not to save us, we're not going to change our mind, because we're not going to serve your gods. And that is confidence, that is commitment. The commitment that we're going to do it. This is what the word says that we're supposed to do. We're going to do it. And we're going to pay the price for that. If we have to pay the price, we're going to pay the price. If God wants to do something and help us, great. If he does not help us, we're going to pay the price. But our commitment will not change. because of what God is going to do it, if He's going to save us, if He's going to help us, He's going to act, that our commitment will not change. We have a commitment with Him, we have a commitment with His Word, and that commitment will not change no matter what happens. Yes, He can help us, He can save us, He can do something. But if He decides not to do, this is our decision. That is commitment. That is commitment, and it's beautiful to hear that from young people in front of the most powerful king at that time. They were brave, and I pray that I would be brave like them, and I pray that you would be brave like them, that our commitment with God and His Word would be like that. No matter what happened, that is our commitment. And this is our snack for the journey. God bless you.